What's good? Welcome to another video. I'm Ted and I talk bass. Look, this video might be a little bit long, so the timestamps are below, but I think it's an important video. I don't make a lot of guarantees about stuff, but I think the information that you're going to get in this video is worth a like and a subscribe. I think it is. Also, I have no courses, no PDFs, nothing to offer you. But if you want to support this content, buy me a cup of coffee or whatever, there's some links down below and all the ways you can do that. So check this out. This idea came to me this morning when I was doing my workout, and again, timestamps below, because look, I think this information, whatever it is you're trying to shoot for in 2024, on any instrument, I think this is one of those practice routines that is going to work for you if you follow it. So anyway, this is coming to me while I'm doing my workout. I'm a guy that likes to work out multiple days a week. Not so much for the aesthetics, but I really believe that bodies in motion stay in motion. And what happened was, my workouts were starting to get stale. I wasn't progressing in certain ways, and I was like, hold up, I gotta go old school with this. I gotta get pen and paper, and I'm gonna show you what that looks like in a second, but I had to get pen and paper and unsubscribe from all of the fitness apps that I had, all the nothing against the fitness content creators that I was following, but I'm throwing a lot of money at that, and I'm like, man, this is not really getting me what I want, right? So I had to go old school. One of the things I'm talking about is, like, for instance, push-ups. I can do a gang of push-ups, right? But I was, noticing that I was getting winded in certain places and whatever. The bottom line is I wasn't progressing. So I'm going to show you what I did. If you're into fitness, this might work for you. But, the bottom line is, like, I'm 53 years old. And, thankfully, I get around better than some guys I know that are half my age. But it's, but I'm not going to train and eat like a millennial or zennial fitness person, right? I have no interest in being a fitness content creator. I'm not entering into any competitions or whatever. I just want to feel good about myself. I want to be able to move. That's my why. And that's an important thing, right? And so I went back to a concept that I'd learned a while back, and, just kind of put this on pen and paper. An A workout and a B workout that I alternate 3 days a week with rest and recovery days in between. Again, I told you this video was going to get long, but follow with me. If you want to skip ahead, timestamps below. So, workout A is a focus on upper body and core with a little bit of cardio. Workout B is lower body focus with some core. But there's compound benefits, right? Compound movements that are working other body parts. So they're essentially two total body workouts, but they are, just have upper body focus and a lower body focus. I'm saying all that to say, like, if you think about, again, going back to the why, but, think about the old dudes that you knew back in the day. I could think about some guys that I knew back in the day that were just ripped. These guys were in such good shape. They didn't go to no gym. They didn't have no apps. They didn't have any of that stuff, but they worked, right? I remember, my 20s, all I did in my 20s was manual labor. And I remember working with this guy named Chester, and he was teaching me how to use a jackhammer. And this guy, he must have been in his 60s, man. And this dude was just ripped. And he was standing there, and he was like, just keep you in shape. And he was right. You know what I'm saying? Because bodies in motion stay in motion, right? So if you equate that to the world we live in now, we've got the tyranny of choice. We've got this guy, that girl, this person, that person, all these apps and different things, and there's a lot of good stuff out there. But the point is that there's a lot of stuff out there, and so what a lot of us do is we get inundated by the shiny object syndrome, right? And then what I call the tyranny of choice, where we're so not focused that we don't really get the results that we want because it's so easy to lose sight of the why. So, having given that background story, let's get into what I think is a pretty dope practice routine and practice idea that will, I don't make many guarantees, but I guarantee you that you'll see results with this. All right? So, again, back in the day, you used to have to pay for this kind of information and lesson. Hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button, okay? Let's get into what this is. It's going old school. I'm going to write it down on paper. All right? You ready? Let's go. All right, so first, let me just show you the workout, right? I know you came here for base stuff, but it's applicable. So check this out. I'm noticing that I'm also showing you a little bit of my journal entry. I play chess a lot. I'm Brother Theodore on chess.com. Hit me up over there. I love playing chess. I play it every day. And that was just what I wrote when I woke up this morning was what I did. I played chess. And then I had some coffee, and then I went to do my workout. So here's the workout. The workout was push-ups, bent over rows, sledgehammer swings, planks, hammer curls, dips, and side planks. So the goal was 3 rounds, right? Over here, I have what the goal rep range was, right? Now, we'll modify this a little bit for a practice routine, but this was what the rep range was. I can do way more than 10 push-ups, but that's what it was for this workout. So, again, that's just the goal. So what I did was I know what the goal is, right? I did 10 and then 10, what I call them micro push-ups. Anyway, so the next round 12 with 12 micro push-ups, etc. You see what I'm saying? The goal is that every round I make that a little bit more intense, right? Whether you add some more intensity, whether that be reps or whether that be tempo, right? Because I may go slow or whatever. 10 slow push-ups is a lot different than 10 fast push-ups. Anyway, the whole point is to add some more intensity for the thing, for whatever the exercise is. All right. So that concept for all of these, right? Now, the next time I do this workout, it is not going to be this rep range. That's not where I'm going to start. I'm going to start at whatever the most difficult thing was the last time I did the workout, because I want to progress. What does that have to do with music? So check this out. You see, I started kind of brainstorming this right here when I started talking about, like the why. What is the concept? What is the thing? It could be anything. It could be a lick that you learned that you have heard online. So instead of reps, this might be time, right? I want to do this for 2 minutes. And you may do this for 2 minutes with no metronome, right? Just figuring it out. But you're focused on that part of it for 2 minutes. Whatever the idea is, right? You have to come up with this on your own because it's your thing, right? But this overall practice session could be, it could be around whatever you want. So you could also then incorporate time, the metronome. So I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, the goal tempo. Let's say the goal tempo is, the goal is 110, just arbitrary, right? And you're not really getting there at 110, but let's say you start at 90 for 2 minutes. And that's all you do, that one thing that you do for 2 minutes. You do it, here you could be increasing the tempo. You could be adding another part of the phrase, right? Whatever it is. And I'm not going so meta on this part of it just because, I want to keep it sort of generic so that you can make it happen yourself, right? So 2 minutes, you move on to something else. By the time you get back to this, let's say you're adding time, 2 minutes, 94 BPMs. You change it to, 99, whatever it is, that's the point, right? To reach that goal. Now, when you hit this when you take stock after, the third set, whatever you do, whatever you ended up at is going to be where you start at the next time you practice. You may have to slow it down just a little bit. Going back to the workout example. Again, push-ups is a bad example for me because I can do a lot of push-ups. I'm not bragging, I can just do a lot of push-ups. I used to love embarrassing middle-aged boys when I was a school teacher because they would all want to challenge me to push-ups. I'm not athletic at all. I can do push-ups. Anyway, Mr. G, you want to do some push-ups? All right, Junior, I'm embarrassed in front of your girlfriend, but okay. But you see my point. So like here, I may start this, this is ridiculous. That's a ridiculous rep range for a guy that can already do a lot of push-ups. I may want to start workout A next week, or the next time I do it, right? Because tomorrow's a rest day, and then the next day will be, workout A. Again, I want to start that at 20 because 10 is not challenging at all, right? So if you were to take that same idea with your bass playing or your keyboard playing or your trumpet playing or whatever, you could take, if your goal was 110, then you could start here at 80, right? Or faster. Want to add more challenge? One of the things I like to do if I'm practicing something that's a little tricky under my fingers that I'm going to play in a live situation, what I'll do is I will get it up to the goal tempo and then play it try to play it about 10 clicks faster than that. Why? Because when you get into a live situation, the band leader might want to take it faster. Anthony Ant in Berkeley, California, I'm calling you out. That boy used to take things at like breakneck speeds, but it was a challenge. It was good. Anyway, you see my point? I didn't want to script this out too much. I just wanted to, write out the idea. So let me recap it just so I make sure that I make it clear for you. I'm going to do it on a new page, on another page. So, let's say that your focus is pentatonics. Can't spell. Let's say your focus is pentatonics. You're devoting 20 to 30 minutes for your workout time, right? Because you should set aside some time for that. I mean, let's keep it real. So it doesn't have to be 5 things, but here's your why. This is the thing that I want to do. This is the thing I'm trying to get better at. So let's say, that you are trying to get comfortable with, let's say, position 1 of a pentatonic scale, right? You take G major pentatonic or mini pentatonic, right? But you want to get familiar with position 1, right? That's going to be your focus for this practice session or workout A. Position 1. And you're going to spend 2 minutes simply finding the notes and getting comfortable with the fingering. I can't spell. Handwriting's kind of ugly. You had to work with it. All right. So you're going to do that for 2 minutes, right? That's all you're doing for 2 minutes. And then you take a slight break, right? And this, I'm arbitrarily putting, time. You do this how you want. It's the concept that you need to get. So, that I want you to get. You don't need to get it, but I want you to get it, and I think it will help you. So from there, you add time by way of a metronome. This is all you're doing for 2 minutes, right? For that 2-minute block is you're adding time. If you want to, you're focusing on that one thing. Let's say you have 2 more minutes of patterns or permutations. In that one position, you're just going to do that, right? And those patterns could be anything. They could be anything. They could be going up the pentatonic, breaking them up, and instead of going 1 2 3 4, you can go 1 2 4 3, etc., right? You can do that. You can do going up in thirds. You know what I'm talking about. There's enough videos out there about that. Any pattern you could do that. The concept is that you're taking this time, and then you're taking some stock into what you did, right? Do another round, increase your tempo. Right? You don't want to do 100 different, pick a permutation and do that. Or that one pattern or permutation could be the entire practice session. You see what I'm saying? But the whole point is kind of like taking that time to focus and take inventory. That's what the point is. Focus and take inventory of what you're doing. So I would love to know what your goals are for your playing, whether it be key bass, particularly those instruments, because that's, but any instrument. I would love to know in the comments what you are hoping to gain out of your playing next year. I'm going to put this out in 2023. But if you're watching it in 2024, what do you... Answer for 2025. You know what I'm saying. Let me know in the comments what you're hoping to get out of your playing in 2024. And what do you think about this idea of just going old school, writing it down on a piece of paper, right? Let me know. I'm curious. All right. So anyway, I appreciate you watching this long. Do all the things. Catch you in the next video. Peace. 2 fingers.